everyone, and welcome to Kernel of Wisdom. I'm Joelle, and today I'm talking about the benefits of mantras and affirmations. So if you've looked into meditation, or maybe even in some yoga classes or self-help books, you may have come across the idea of mantras or affirmations. These are generally words or phrases that are said or sung repeatedly, either out loud or to ourselves, silently. What's the difference between them? To affirm something means to declare it to be true. So an affirmation is a word or phrase that we utter as a truth. A mantra is a word or phrase that tends to be repeated in meditation specifically, and is often thought to enhance concentration or increase positive sound vibrations in the body. So now that you know what they are, you might be wondering, how do they help? And to answer this, it might help to know a couple things about our brains. First of all, the brain is plastic, which means it's possible for us to mold or shape the wiring of our brain through our thoughts or experiences. The more you have a particular experience or thought, the more likely you are to carve a neural pathway related to it. It may also help to know that the brain evolved to be more inclined to carve neural pathways around negative experiences than positive ones. This is a feature that helped us survive. It was really important that we learn not to put our hand in the fire or to eat that poisonous berry. So it usually takes 3 or 4 positive experiences to carve a positive neural pathway, compared to just one strongly negative experience to carve a negative neural pathway. Now, another important brain feature is a system called the reticular activating system. And what this does is filters out information that's not really important for us to know anymore, and filters in information that is going to be relevant and important. That's why it might be really hard to remember the name of your first grade teacher, but really easy to remember the phone number you had growing up. That was important information, and maybe your first grade teacher was not that memorable. Although on that note, my first grade teacher's name was Mrs. Reed, so she clearly was somewhat important and memorable for me. All right, so this brings us back to why affirmations and mantras work. They work because they are repeated information. And not only that, but they are repeated positive information. By repeating the positive mantra or affirmation, we are carving neural pathways around believing it. And research also shows that whatever we believe in starts to become our reality. Our thoughts inform our behaviors, which informs the outcomes that we get. For example, if you believe you're going to do really well at a test, you are much more likely to do well at that test. And in addition, because the information is repeated so often, it also informs the brain that the information we are repeating through the mantra or the affirmation is important. And because the brain thinks it's important, it sticks. And let's face it, folks, a lot of us have some pretty negative thoughts up there in our brains. And so positive affirmations and mantras really do help counteract that. They can make us more self-compassionate, more self-confident. They can give us a heightened sense of self-efficacy. They do all sorts of great stuff. And if you're willing to sing your mantra or affirmation, you might even benefit from some of the positive sound vibration entering your body. Kind of the same way that different musical tones can make us feel different things. Well, I hope this video helps to explain why affirmations and mantras can be really helpful. And in fact, I'm going to be releasing a series of short, positive affirmation meditations that you can use or even listen to when you're meditating or in the car or on a run or whatever. The idea being that these short positive affirmation meditations can help us cultivate some new positive ideas and feelings. And otherwise, if you have any ideas or comments that you want to contribute on this topic, or if you have any questions, feel free to post in the comment box below or shoot me a note. Do not forget to subscribe for more mindful videos from Kernel of Wisdom. If you want to learn more about me or my meditation lessons, feel free to visit kernelofwisdom.com. And otherwise, I hope you have a great day and happy meditating.